Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. It's good to see everyone on the new week, new Monday. Hopefully, everyone's last week was good, and this week will continue to be even better. For those of us who are maybe tired from the week or the new week now, hopefully, we can help each other to be more relaxed, more refreshed. For those of you who are still peaceful, still happy, still relaxed, let's continue to grow that happiness and relaxation together. I'll try to help everyone to have a good meditation today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask questions at the end. So I see a lot of familiar faces. So I would like to ask, and for those of us who are new, welcome. And I have some tips or homework that I would like to ask everyone if they were able to do it. But even though we are new, don't worry. We can easily do this homework or these tips, even though it's your first day. So I would like to ask everyone here, were you able to do the 3 homeworks or the tips from last Monday? All right. Who was able to do every homework? Please press 1. Jesse, very good. Okay, many people. Stephanie, Pam. Oh, today we have 2 Jessies. So very good. Just to review, our homework was to what? The first one is probably the easiest. I see many of us have already done it on this session, is to smile. To smile at least 10 times a day, or for those of us who want to be have extra credit, we can smile more than that, and it will help us to keep our mind relaxed, keep our mind positive. And I know sometimes maybe we don't feel like smiling, so if you feel like that during the day, that means we need to go meditate. We need to go find our inner smile first so we can smile from within, and we're going to automatically want to smile. But if you find yourself not being able to do this homework because you just can't smile because the day, maybe the day is bad. And if you feel that way, try to find some time to go and meditate. They say that, no one in this life has a good day every single day, right? But we can choose to change. We can't change the day, but we can change our attitude. We can change it to be more positive, which we know how to do now that we have the method to meditate and find our inner smile, find our happiness, so we can smile again and do this homework. The other one is to what? Mindful moment, right? Mindful moment. So whenever you are practicing, not only during the day, or not only during meditation, where we focus on seeing, are we conscious and calm together? Are we mindful and relaxed together? We also have to check, or we should try to up our meditation, to try it throughout the day, and also check the balance between being mindful and relaxed throughout the day as you do activities, as you work, as you just live your life. You also try to meditate with your eyes open by doing the same thing as we meditate together in Mind Stories, by checking, are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling mindful? Are those 2 things together? Like Paul would say, our body and our mind like to go different places. Our body is here, but our mind is thinking about something else. So this mindful moment will help us to come back, to be in the present, and recenter ourselves, rebalance ourselves to be calm and relaxed again. So for those of you who have done it throughout the week, at least 10 times. If you want to do it more than that during a day, please, the more the better. You're going to find that when you come and meditate together on this session, it's going to be easier because you practice being mindful and relaxed, conscious and calm throughout the day, not just when we come to meditate. So please, for those of you who are new, and even for those of you who've been meditating many years and many sessions, we need to practice this because consistency is key. Our mind is the best absorber, so there's many things that we can absorb throughout the day. So we need to normalize looking after our mind throughout the day as well, not just our body. We're used to looking after our body. We're used to making sure our body is clean and presentable, but we should also make sure that our mind is also clean and positive, clear and bright throughout the day as well. So we should make it a habit to look after our mind too. So hopefully everyone was able to do that, right? So many people pressed 1. For those of you who maybe need a reminder, hopefully I help you to remind yourself today, and we can start today. And for those of you who haven't done it, you can do it right now. I see Esther is already smiling, so she's already doing the homework and the tip. And Jesse, everyone, yeah. So for those of you who don't have your monitor on, I'm sure you're already smiling behind the camera. Fa, you can send the emotion, right? The smiley face. Okay, the last one is also very important. So not only to smile and to have mindful moment, and the last one is also very important, is enduring speech, practicing positive speech, to spread your positivity not only with your smile, but also with your words to others, which is something that is going to make your mind more clear, more bright, more positive automatically, because first, our mind has to think the good thing, right? So that's already impacting our mind. I think Monk Jackie talked about it yesterday, right? Our mind is the element of success. So when you think of something positive, your mind is going to be positive. Your mind is going to be brighter. Your mind's going to be happier. So when you think of something nice to say, automatically it's going to make your mind better, calmer, peacefuler, happier. So why not try to give compliments, encouragement, advice to others throughout the day? As we do this, it's funny, and sometimes just saying something nice to someone, it takes a couple seconds, right? Some compliments, it just takes a second to say, but for them, it could last the whole day, what you said, the feeling they got from you, right? You can say something 1 second, but what you said can last a lifetime in some cases. So your words are very important, not only to yourself, but to others. But the person who's going to benefit the most is yourself, because it's going to make your mind more pure, more positive. So please try to practice enduring speech throughout the day as well, positive speech. Again, if you find yourself not being able to do this homework, you can't smile, you can't speak positively, it's usually because if you feel that way, sometimes I also feel that way. And that's a red flag to yourself, to check yourself that, okay, maybe I need to go meditate. Maybe I need to go spend some time to really relax and clear my mind out. Because if you can't smile and you can't say something nice, your mind is in a dark place or in a negative place, which is normal. We all go through days where we have negative feelings or we feel down. So when you feel that way, we should realize yourself, have mindfulness, right, of how you're feeling, and go spend some time to meditate. Take care of yourself. So when you take care of yourself and make yourself more positive, you're going to be able to be more positive to everyone around you again. And I use that as a tip for myself too, to check yourself. You know, in meditation, when we meditate, we try to see, do we feel mindful and relaxed during the session? Outside of meditation, we can also do that. If we don't feel mindful and relaxed together, if you don't feel calm anymore, we don't feel positive anymore, that's an indicator for us to mindful moment. Take a break, take a pause what you're doing, and refresh yourself, relax yourself again, like we've been doing in meditation together throughout the many months. So hopefully, for those of you who are new, please try these 3 tips, these 3 homeworks for yourself. The more you do, the better, and the extra credit is for yourself. And it's going to make your meditation way easier, smoother. And when we come to sit for a long time, like we're going to do in just a moment, it's not going to take a long time to calm your mind down, because you were looking after your mind throughout the day, which is the next goal in our journey to meditate well, is to meditate not only right now in mind stories, but also try to look after your mind throughout the day. That's a goal that you should have for yourself. Okay. So before we start, I have a little story. Actually, I don't know if we're going to have time, but story time. I'm sure we've all... Who here has ever made a sandcastle before? Has anyone? If you've made a sandcastle before, can you press 2? I'm sure we've all made one before in our life. If not, I'm sure you've seen it in a movie or in something. So sandcastle is something we do as a kid, right? It's very fun, or even as adults, we still do it. And the reason why I want to talk about it today is something very important that we need to do when we meditate, is to adjust our mind, to let go and let it be. And sometimes with the sandcastle, what we can learn is separation from things is normal. Why do I say that? Separation from things is normal and guaranteed to happen. So just like a sandcastle, when we build it in the sand, we make the best castle ever, right? We work so hard at it. We make it beautiful. We make it the best we can. Sometimes we try to dig to protect it from the water, dig a moat around it. But what happens? Eventually, the water is going to come in, right? The tide is going to come in, and it's going to wash the sandcastle away. No matter how hard we try to make the most perfect castle, we put our joy and our effort into it, and no matter how hard we try to protect it, look after it, maintain it, improve it, eventually the water is going to wash it away. I know this may seem, if you look at it at one viewpoint, it may seem like pessimistic, but actually it's just being realistic, that we need to understand that in our life that not everything is permanent, and eventually the tide of time is going to wash away what we did, or take away the things, separate us from the things that we have done or that we love. So if we understand this, it's easier to let go. Understand for the negative situations, it's better, because we're going to realize that the negative things aren't always going to be negative. Eventually it's going to go away. And for the positive things, like the enjoyment of making the sandcastle, or the positive things in your life that you love, that you cherish, if we understand this, that we need to be more present, and we need to appreciate and learn to cherish the time we have building that sandcastle, or the time we had doing whatever it is, that whether it's with people or relationships with people, the things we do in our life. If we become more present, we're going to be able to learn how to appreciate those things more. So it's just a little short story for meditation. Before we meditate, is to practice understanding that not everything is going to last forever. So what we choose to do right now is very important. And we need to learn to cherish the things that matter to us, and also understand that eventually those things have to go away or disappear. So what we do with our time right now is very important. But the best way to invest your time right now is in yourself, to make sure that your mind is in a positive place. When your mind is in a positive place, we're going to be able to be positive for everything in our life and for all the things we care about. So let's take some time to make ourselves positive first. And for those of us who are already positive, we can be even more positive. But let's take some time to meditate together. And for those of you who, please take some time to adjust your body, adjust your position before we start. So like always, let's take some time to make sure that the position we are sitting in is comfortable, relaxed. You can check your clothes. Is it too tight? You want to release it, not take it off, but to release and to make sure everything is comfortable. Or you need a blanket or you need a pillow, anything to make you feel more comfortable physically, please do so. And when you are ready, we can begin to start the meditation together. So once we've found a comfortable position that we are content with, we can begin our journey to meditate. Please take your time. There's no need to rush or dive into the meditation. How we start is very important to a successful meditation because it will set the tone for the rest of the session to be easier and smoother. It's also the foundation that's going to build our meditation to be successful, smooth, and easy. That foundation is to make sure that our body is relaxed. If our body is relaxed, it will be able to support the inner happiness that's already inside of us easier. So let's take the time to check our body as we slowly and gently close our eyes, naturally, as if we were about to go to sleep. Because this is a time for us to rest our body truly, as well as our mind. So let's feel relaxed and comfortable from the moment we close our eyes. Making sure that our eyes are comfortable, relaxed. And for the rest of the session, we will no longer need to use our eyes, because the happiness inside that we are searching for, we don't need our eyes to see it, to find it. The way to look within is to use our feeling of relaxation of both body and mind. So let's take time to check every single part of our body, making sure that our body is relaxed, released from any hidden tension, starting from our face, our eyes, eyebrows, as we put a small smile on our face, as if we are embracing and welcoming the relaxation that's beginning to happen. Relaxing and releasing down to our shoulders, making sure that they're dropped and released. Down our arms to our fingertips, placing our hands any way we like, as long as we feel relaxed and comfortable. Releasing and relaxing down our back, legs, down to our feet. Making sure every single muscle is truly relaxed, truly released. To help you to make sure that any tension is completely gone, you can try taking a deep breath all the way in and all the way out. Every breath we take, try to feel the calm and the relaxation enduring our body, filling us with calmness, coolness, and relaxation. Every time we exhale, we also release that coolness, that calmness, and relaxation out. Almost as if we are surrounded by a warm, relaxing blanket, comforting us, embracing us. As we feel calm within, relaxed without, around us. You may notice that the more we relax our body will begin to melt away, to disappear, bit by bit. It's because we are connecting with the inner peace, the inner happiness within, simply by relaxing our body. Our mind begins its journey within as well. So our body becomes more light, more weightless, almost as if it's not even there anymore. Now that our body is relaxed and released, we need to let go of anything weighing our mind down. Making sure that our mind is free and weightless as well. Letting go of any responsibilities, plans, all thoughts. This isn't the time to think, to plan, and especially to worry. This is a time for us to invest into ourselves, to make sure that our mind is in a more positive place. We all have a point of peace within, a place of peace within. And this place we can access at any time, anywhere, at the center of our body. But the way to get there is simply to be relaxed, to let go, and allow our mind to go within, to help us to get to that point of peace. We can use any tool, any method that is easy for us to use. Whether it's to visualize a full moon shining bright in the darkness, shining its coolness, its calmness, almost like a friend in the dark, to keep us company, to protect us from wandering, from being lonely. We can imagine the full moon, a sun, a star, or whatever we find is easy. We can imagine it anywhere we like, however we like. The key is to make sure that it makes us feel relaxed and calm. Don't worry about the clarity, because it's normal when we first visualize something. It's not clear. Just like our eyes take time to adjust in the dark, our mind is the same way. It takes time to adjust, to see, to imagine, to visualize. But all we need to do is to make sure that it's relaxing to do. And if it disappears, just reimagine it again, softly and gently. Or some of us may enjoy to just simply use a mantra to keep us company, to keep us mindful and relaxed. Repeating softly and gently in our mind, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Or we can repeat, clear and bright, clear and bright. Or we can use whatever phrase or word that we enjoy. Helping to soothe, to coax, to bring our mind back home. Like a calming lullaby. we can simply just let go and do nothing at all. Just relaxing our body and allowing our body and our mind to relax naturally, gradually. At a certain point, whether we visualize or use the mantra, we will get to a point where we feel for ourselves that we just want to do nothing. We just want to let go and enjoy the relaxation, the stillness, the calmness that we feel. When we get to that point, follow your feeling. Trust in yourself. And just let go and do nothing. Allow the relaxation, the calmness to grow naturally. And before we know it, we will be able to connect to the point of peace, the place of peace within us. Because it's always been within us. The inner happiness, the inner peace is a gift that we have been born with. From the moment we were born until now. The key to open that gift is simply to relax, to be conscious and calm, and to be patient, content, even if we don't see anything. Even though it may be dark. The darkness in our mind will slowly disappear as long as we feel relaxed and calm of both body and mind. The darkness in our mind, just in our life, will not last forever. Before we know it, that darkness will disappear and be replaced with inner happiness, inner brightness, shining from within like the full moon, like the sun. What we need to do is to be calm, be content. Be happy with what we have right now. The feeling of relaxation that we have right now, as long as we stay content and patient, it will begin to grow, to expand naturally. There's nothing else that we need to do but to observe, to enjoy, to embrace the present moment. As we stay with this present moment, the gift of inner happiness will open on its own. Because that happiness is waiting for us right now. Let's just continue together. Because right now we have everything we need to succeed. Every second that passes by where we feel calm and relaxed, our mind is becoming more clear, more bright, more calm and happy. So let's continue to follow that feeling together, allowing it to grow naturally. Take a moment to check, to observe yourself. Are we still on the right path? Are we still on the road of happiness, where we feel mindful and relaxed, conscious and calm together? The more we meditate correctly, the easier, the calmer it will get. But at any moment where we feel like we lost balance, where we feel the conscious and calm off balance, we find ourselves wandering, we find ourselves sleepy or tense. Please take the time to adjust. It's okay to readjust as many times as you need. The sooner we come back to feeling conscious and calm together, the sooner our meditation will continue and improve. body and mind is more calm and relaxed. Now that our mind is more clear, bright, and positive, we may notice that the darkness in our mind, the negativity in our mind, has been replaced with a calm, with an inner brightness, lit by the feeling of calm and relaxation. This inner positivity, this inner brightness, it can be shared, it can be spread. Just like the full moon or the sun shines its brightness to everything, to everyone. Our inner brightness, our inner happiness, our inner smile can be shared, can be felt by everyone and everything around us. Just like the full moon or the sun spreads its warmth, spreads its happiness, its brightness to everyone. So let's take time to spread this positivity to ourselves and to everyone. Wishing that everyone, including ourselves, our family, our friends, and everyone in the Zoom, to be healthy, to be happy, to be filled with positivity, be surrounded by positive people, positive situations. May any darkness in their life or in our life be overcome and will be overcome now that our mind is more positive, now that our mind is more clear and bright. It will overcome any darkness in our life, overcome any obstacle. And as we spread this positivity and good intentions, it will be felt by the people around us, be felt by our family and the people closest to us. As your inner smile will shine from within onto your face and around, spreading out to everyone around you. Now that your mind is in a positive place, rest of our life will also fall into place, into balance. Let's continue to spread our positivity, allowing it to expand, to shine from within us. As we come towards the end of our session, even though it's the end of the session, it doesn't mean we can't maintain the feeling of relaxation, of calm. This moment of peace that we have had together, we can continue to have it throughout the day, maintaining the feeling of relaxation, of calmness. Even though we open our eyes, we still can allow that feeling of relaxation to remain, allowing it to grow and continue. For those of us who are ready, and only when you feel ready, you can slowly and gently open your eyes, opening your eyes to a more clear, more bright, more beautiful world. For anyone who would like to continue to meditate, please feel free to do so. And when you feel ready, you may slowly and gently open your eyes. back, everyone. Good to see everyone again. Hopefully you feel more calm, more relaxed than when we started. If you do, if anyone was able to reach the calmness within, the happiness within, please feel free to share after we take the group photo. If you had a good experience, or you had even if you had some difficulties, please let me know so I can help. Before we continue, let's take a moment to take a group photo together. Hopefully everyone was able to find their inner smile, and please share it right now. It can count for our homework, right? 10 smiles a day. Right now you can do it.
Thank you. If anyone have any questions that would like to ask Mang Daniel, you may send it to the chat box.
Okay. So, from Bryson, my right leg got numb while folding my legs, but I could feel the calm and inner smile. I almost fell asleep. Very good, Bryson. It's actually, very normal to get some numbness sometimes. And even sometimes you may even forget your body is there. But just a tip, in the case that you feel numb, in this case, I don't think it distracted you because you were able to feel more calm. You were able to feel the inner smile within, and you almost fell asleep. So obviously, it didn't distract you. But this is just a tip for in the future for you and also for everyone, that if that numbness is hindering you or distracting you from feeling more calm or stopping you from going in, please adjust. It's okay to switch positions. It's okay to maybe sit in a different position. And sometimes it takes just a moment to adjust. And some people are scared to adjust. So just a suggestion that if you ever feel that way in the future, please, and for anyone else here, if you feel numbness and it's distracting, please adjust. But in your case, very good. It's the opposite. It's you were able to look over it and you felt calm, you felt the inner smile, and you felt very almost falling asleep. So the deep meditation is actually sometimes it's a very fine line between sleeping and deep meditation. Very fine line. But the thing that is separating and that we should check is, are we sleeping, are we meditating, is do you feel conscious and mindful of the relaxation you feel, the calmness you feel? Just observe that feeling of relaxation, of calm. And if you can observe that feeling, that means you have consciousness, right? That means you have mindfulness. So that's the thing that's separating you from sleeping. If you feel sleepy, you're not going to know where you are, what's happening. It's, like a dream. So please, good job. I'm glad you were able to feel the peace. Okay. So from someone sent me that they had a lot of difficulties today. My mind was racing. My breathing was shallow. Sometimes I feel like I'm not breathing and my body was shaking. I cried in the beginning, then my mind was not clear and I wanted to stop. I tried to relax by counting my breath, but it became more difficult. But because I became anxious, I just wanted to end. I only did half. Sometimes I could not feel myself breathing, so I had to take a deep breath. And I feel like my head is getting lighter. When this feeling happens, I get scared and my breathing is not good. I feel like I'm suffocating, not just today, but every time I meditate. Okay, there's a couple of things here. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so at any time, if we meditate correctly, this experience may happen where you feel, actually we're meditating correctly, but sometimes we may get anxious ourselves, or we may get scared ourselves that our breathing disappears, or we find it difficult to breathe. In the positive side, that sometimes if you meditate, you will get that experience where you almost forget your breathing. And it's just because your conscious is being focused on the relaxation rather than just breathing. And it doesn't mean we stop breathing. No one's gonna die from meditation. No one's gonna shut down your breathing when you meditate. So please don't be scared or anxious that you can't breathe or try to come back to breathing again. The breathing didn't actually shut down. It's just that our focus changed to within and not on our body anymore. So just to make you more confident in the future is that at any time when you feel like you can't breathe or that breathing is disappearing, please don't be scared. Please don't worry that you're gonna like die or you're not gonna be able to breathe. It's just a transition that may happen as we meditate, because when our mind comes back to our body, and the first thing that it passes sometimes is our breathing and sometimes our heartbeat, our breathing in and out. It's just that we're being more conscious and our body and mind are coming together. And the first thing we may notice is our breathing. And as we relax more, sometimes we can let go of our breathing. So in this case, please don't worry. Another thing is that I've also had that experience of where I can't breathe, but it's also scary, but try to be more, like they say, my master would say, just try to almost like accept it and see where it's going to take you, instead of being worried that we're going to die or something bad's going to happen. I guarantee you, and every meditator who's ever meditated, I guarantee you that you're not going to die, and the breathing you're not actually suffocating. It's just a transition. But at any time, if you feel uncomfortable, like you said, it's okay to, as you did correctly, is to stop and to adjust and try to relax again and try again. The more often we get to that feeling, it's gonna get more familiar, and it's gonna be easier to overcome. So myself and the rest of the team will be here to help you, and I know you can overcome it, because myself included have felt that way before, and we can overcome it together. From Esther, beginning was doing great, very fast into the calm status, and had inner experience. When the guidance ended, went into sleepy mode very soon with Jesse. Or at least you were able to get the inner experience very fast. That means throughout the day you did a very good job of maintaining your mind. Hopefully the homework and the tips helped you throughout the day too. Any day where you feel like you can calm your mind fast and get into the experience fast, that's a good indicator that throughout the day you maintained your mind very well. And try to take note of that. If you have a journal or you have a meditation journal, try to take note of what did you do today that made it so easy to meditate this session. or any other sessions. So please take note of that. But in the sense of where, okay, you fell asleep after, yeah, it's just sometimes we just have to accept that from our calmness through our relaxation, sometimes our body just needs to rest because we're so tired throughout the day or throughout the week. So sometimes if we fall asleep during the meditation, please don't feel bad. I don't know if you feel bad or not, or disappointed, but maybe it's just your body needed the relaxation or needed the rest. So at least you were able to stay conscious and calm pretty long, actually very long, right? Because I think I guided for about 20 to 30 minutes. So you were able to be in the experience for 30 minutes, which is very long, and you should be very proud of yourself. So even though you fell asleep towards the end, that's fine. At least you were able to rest your body and your mind truly, and hopefully you feel more refreshed now. So thank you for sharing, and maybe I'll try to guide longer, or maybe I'll try to check in more often. Hello, are you still here with me? Or something like that. From Pam, I have a question. Is the place accommodation play a big role in meditation? I noticed that last week when I was traveling and changed place to stay, my inner experience in a new place, that I can reach the feeling of sabai and relaxation and peaceful. Then I was traveling back to my hometown, and take one day to rest and get into the brightness and bright sun easily, which is similar to when I was meditating in front of the Dhammakaya Jadiya. Okay. So to summarize your question, yes, place and accommodations or your environment can have an impact on your meditation. I want to say yes and no. The yes part is when we're first, ideally, if we can pick the place and the environment, I would pick a place that is calm and relaxing, and we feel safe in that environment, we feel comfortable in that environment. Of course, it will help your meditation to be smoother and easier, especially if that environment is, more quiet, more relaxing, we feel comfortable. Of course, that the environment will help you to meditate easier. And it's very normal that when we go to a different place that we aren't familiar with, or the conditions aren't ideal, sometimes our meditation will be harder. But if we practice meditation more often and more frequently, it doesn't matter what place we're in, we're going to be able to connect to the happiness even though around us is very chaotic, which is another step that we have to practice in the future. And, sometimes you can try practicing throughout the day when you sit on the train, or you are waiting in the lobby for a doctor's appointment or to get a vaccine or something like that. When you're waiting in line, and instead of checking your phone, you can try to meditate or try to connect to that happiness in different environments. And it's possible even in a noisy environment to get to the happiness and to the calmness. The way to do that is just to focus. Usually in an environment where it's distracting, you should use a mantra, or you should use visualization to take your focus from the outside onto the inside. So that's something we can try. But of course, yeah, as you mentioned, during your traveling, do you have any advice? Exactly. During your traveling, try to practice those mindful moments throughout the day more often to keep your mind in a more calm state throughout your travel. Actually, I like a lot to travel because sometimes it's easier to meditate. For example, when you're sitting on a train or you're sitting on a plane, you actually have a lot of time to meditate. If you don't change it to watching a movie or doing something else or sleeping, you can actually use that time to meditate. So especially in the car and the plane, I enjoy to meditate because you can close your eyes and you can kind of feel the motion of the plane or feel the motion of the car as it's driving. So it can help you to meditate as well. So small suggestion is during traveling is try to practice those mindful moments often. Come back to the visualization, come back to the mantra as you travel. It's going to help you to, no matter what place you travel to, your mind is still still. So Luang Por would say that even though your body is moving, your mind is still still within. So as we practice more often, it's going to be easier. Thank you for sharing, Pam, and I hope you can try to practice as you travel. So you can travel outside and inside at the same time. Thank you for the peaceful meditation. At some stage, I also almost fall asleep. It's okay, don't worry. For anyone who actually feels sleepy throughout the meditation, if you find yourself dozing off and you can catch it, I recommend that the easiest way to overcome that sleepiness and to continue to meditate with mindfulness and relaxation together, sometimes the easiest way and the best way is just to open your eyes, to make yourself more alert, more aware, and then when you feel awake again, you can try to meditate again. So we can have it's not bad to fall asleep, but if you want to get deeper in the meditation and have even more profound experiences, it's good to adjust to be in balance again between being mindful and relaxed together. From Noor, just wanting to thank you and thank the monks for amazing sessions that help us to see the life easier. Thank you for coming. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share and to help you to have better meditation. Because as in Buddhism, we believe that by sharing knowledge, is one of the best gifts we can give. And if there's no one to receive it, we can't share it. So thank you for coming. And please continue to come. From Madel, feel relaxed, calm. However, my head and body posture is stooping forward all throughout and having goosebumps. I want to maintain the upright posture and position from the head down to the center of the body. This happens when I'm on a deep meditative state. It always happens. Any suggestion? Okay, so with body posture, for now, I don't really want you to worry necessarily about your posture. If you know for yourself that you are aware, that you're mindful, and that you're not asleep, it's okay. You don't need to adjust your position if it doesn't feel comfortable or it doesn't feel natural to you. Just don't worry about the perfect position where it's head down to the center of the body, perfect posture, if it's not relaxing for you. For now, however your body is on the outside, it doesn't necessarily matter as long as if you feel for yourself that you feel mindful and relaxed together. So the question is, if you know that, okay, some people say, how do I know I'm not sleeping? Or how would I know? In this case, if you still feel that you are aware for yourself and whatever position you're in, don't worry about it. Please don't adjust. Only adjust your position if you don't feel calm anymore, you don't feel relaxed anymore. So that's my suggestion for now. Just go with that feeling. Go with the feeling where you feel relaxed, and don't worry if maybe your head may be tilted to a little bit and your head may be like a little, but you still feel relaxed. You still feel mindful. That's okay. From Rocio, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I felt relaxed. As soon as I closed my eyes, I felt like I'm covered with an energy, as if I was stuck in the bubble. Okay, so very good. It means that you were able to connect to the relaxation truly. And sometimes there's many experiences that we can have happen, and that covering of energy or that feeling of being in a bubble is just a bonus that comes from the relaxation and comes from being mindful and relaxed together. So very good. And actually that energy that is covering you is coming from within you. That's it. And the more you stay with that energy, that energy is gonna not only cover you, but bring you deeper and deeper and make your experience even more profound than this. So thank you for sharing. From Kitty, I feel a bit of mental tightness. Not sure if this has to do with trying too hard. I can keep meditating to the end, but I feel neutral, not better than worse than before the session. Okay. Actually, okay, for the first part is thank you for sharing, first of all. Even though you felt some mental tightness, that means you are very observant of yourself. So please be proud of yourself for that. And yes, and it's usually mental tightness, or if you don't feel like the meditation is easy, it doesn't feel smooth, it's usually coming because, yeah, as you said, you're trying too hard, or you're forcing yourself to calm down too much, or you're forcing yourself to slowly, or a little bit of trying in your meditation. So if you find yourself having that mental tightness, sometimes the best thing is just to open your eyes and give yourself a little bit of pep talk and tell yourself, okay, I'm just here to relax. I'm just here to, this isn't a meditation session. This is a time for me to rest my body and my mind. Sometimes people who try hard in meditation is because we want to meditate well. But don't treat it as a session in that case. Treat it as, this is a time, almost like for those of you who have mental tightness, I'm not suggesting, for those of you who fell asleep, you did very well. For those of you who have some mental tightness, sometimes just treat the meditation like you're going to come to sleep, come to rest. Don't treat it as a meditation session. Myself included, I ordained when I was 20, and I had a lot of expectation to meditate well. So I changed meditation from a relaxing time to like a mission or an objective to improve, which isn't correct. So we should change it to meditation is time to relax and to rest. So in this case, just try to adjust your thinking, your perspective. And if you find yourself trying too hard, sometimes the easiest way is just to open your eyes and adjust. But in the case where you feel neutral and you didn't feel any better or you didn't feel any worse before the session, and the byproduct of your meditation was being neutral, that's actually okay as well. It's actually a good session, in my opinion, because the neutral feeling is actually the starting point of relaxation. Meaning that if you can get to the neutral feeling and you just feel nothingness, that's also very good. And actually, in Thai we say "เฉย" actually, it's actually a good starting point, and it's also a good ending point as well, where you can still stay neutral. So very good that at least you can overcome the tightness. From Pam, I did try, but most of the time traveling, I fall asleep. Thank you for the advice. At least if you're traveling and you fall asleep throughout the sessions, again, you have moments of where you can be in the moments between falling asleep. You also have moments of being aware, being mindful, being relaxed together. So those little moments of where you can collect being calm and mindful together, those moments add up. Those moments is better than doing nothing with your mind. So please try to collect those mindful moments, even for 1 second, and then you fall asleep. At least you got 1 second. It's better than 0. So please continue to try, and it'll get easier and it will get better. So I think that wraps up most of the questions. So, okay. Thank you everyone for coming today, and please continue to join the sessions. If you have any questions in the future, please feel free to ask myself or any of the monks. They are more than able to answer your questions. And thank you everyone for coming. Hope to see you next Monday and every session. And don't forget your homework to smile 10 times a day, to have a mindful moment at least 10 times a day, and also to practice enduring speech throughout the day and throughout the week. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for good sessions today, and thank you everyone for joining us together. So let's putting our palm together to pay respect to our teaching monk. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
May the positivity that we have generated together by meditating, making our mind clear and bright, and all the positive things that we have done in the past, in the present, and will continue to do in the future, may this positivity attract positive people, positive situations, fortune, health, and many positive things into our life. May we be able to overcome any obstacles in our life and become successful in whatever we do, whether it's to meditate or in our daily life. May we be able to still our mind easily and attain the inner peace, the inner happiness that is within us more deeply, more easily, until and forevermore.
So, thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for good present today. And we'd like to see one of you again tomorrow. Please bring more friends to join us together and see you all again. Bye-bye, one of you.